Hey, beautiful souls. Kristen Lee, aka Super K here, and I just wanted to talk about stacking small wins. Now, this is something that I personally work on myself, and I have to say, I've been a little slacking lately, and now I am getting back in action to make those small wins matter. So, I just wanted to catch you up. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. But I have gone through ups and downs periods over the last 3 years, really getting to know thyself and finding the joy and happiness within. And as many of you know, I had stepped away from my online marketing as I was known for helping people organically build their business using Facebook. And I stepped away because I felt like I wasn't helping people to the fullest potential. I felt like I was living small. And so over the past 3 years, actually four now, I have started to reinvent myself. I took 3 years off and really dug into the science of getting to know thyself, how my mind works, how epigenetics works, how quantum physics works, how metaphysics works, and just really studying consciousness at with a fine tooth comb. I gave myself the ability to step away from everything. I gave up a multiple six-figure business and said, you know what? My happiness is more important than the money in my bank account. And so I took time and really tested and tried out things that helped me find the joy within, helped me clear my mind. And that allowed me to have those small wins where I found when I was overwhelmed, really working on a point where I was just trying to help everybody and I forgot to help myself, whether it was in my family or in my business, helping my clients and my soul tribe. I forgot who I was. And so I forgot to stack my small wins, which made me feel depleted. And so I want to share with you one thing that truly helped me learn to stack the small wins. And that is by doing something good for yourself before you let your feet touch the ground. That's how I found it. And before it used to be make my bed. And that was a great start because when you're feeling a little down, depressed, stressed, overwhelmed, you forget to do those little things for yourself. So it was making the bed. That was my big win for the day. And then I would go through my day trying to find ways to find joy. Well, when you're overwhelmed, stressed, depressed, and not taking care of yourself, that small win is pretty much the only thing you can find comfort in. And so I did some searching to find something else that I could do that would help me not only renew my mind, but also help renew the joy within me because I had lost it for so long. I forgot what it was like. And I didn't want to admit to anyone, never mind myself, that I wasn't truly happy. Now, I have an amazing husband, beautiful, healthy, happy kids. I've got a beautiful house. I'm sitting outside right now. I don't know if you can see the reflection of this beautiful pool, like beautiful backyard. Like I have, by the books, perfect life. And I inside felt guilty and shame that why was I feeling so sad and depressed? And I'm going to be honest, it triggered me again recently where I was like, oh, I feel like I am not living to my true potential. And I realized it's because I haven't been sharing anything that I have discovered to change my life. Now, I did do a workshop, you may have remembered last month, called The Shift is Real. And that was helping people shift their reality. And their transformations were wonderful. But I was looking at what was one thing that I started all of those people off with at one point in the program. And that was with renewing their mind using sound. Now, sound is so powerful to heal our body. Sound heals cells. It frequencies. Einstein and Tesla both were quoted saying, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, when we do that and we go into the unseen realms of the metaphysical and, quantum field, sound changes the vibration of our cells, our body structure, our mind. It remaps our brain through neuroplasticity. And so I discovered something beautiful called InnerVoice Harmonics. And what it does is it takes my voice, and I'll actually go through it. I'll see if I can figure out how to use this thing and show you live, where it takes your voice. You speak in it for 10 seconds. And what it does is it picks up the notes. Our voice cannot lie. The body keeps the score. And our voice gives out notes, tones that are actually associated with emotions. And those emotions affect how we react positively or negatively to our environment, people, ourselves. And when they're in tune, which is what this inner voice harmonics does, is it takes those notes that are out of balance, 3 of the high notes and 1 of the lowest note, and it puts perfect binaural beats behind the harmonics in the notes that are needed to be elevated for your own personal frequency and joy within. And so let me see if I can do this now. If I can share my screen. I'm using something new. Oh, share screen. Okay, let's see. AO scan. I'm going to try to do this live with you. I've never done this. Okay, so I don't know if you can see me. I'm confused. All right, yes, you can. Okay, so I'm going to go to InnerVoice Harmonics, and I'm going to do what I would have one of my clients do. So when it goes to 0, I'm going to speak, and I'll let you see what happens. I am Kristen Lee, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So what I did is I just spoke the ABCs, something my brain already knows. I don't have to think about it. I'm not singing them. I'm just speaking them. And now it's going to give me a report. So watch this. This is so amazing. I love this thing. I do this every single day. So what it's doing is it's telling me, it gives a printout of everything that it says, what InnerVoice Harmonics is and how it works. It uses harmonic sounds to balance the frequencies. And so if I go here, fear versus confidence. So what it's saying is, what positive emotions I may be feeling or negative, fearful or overwhelmed, diminished capacity for joy. And that's what I have been feeling. This knows me. I don't know why, pleasure due to feelings of overwhelm of life demands. That's a big one. And again, not every single thing is going to match you, but you're going to find some and go, wow, this is crazy how it knows this about me. Suppressed emotions versus self-expression. Suppressed emotions, fear of confrontation and expressing emotions may lead to rejection. I have to say, sometimes that pops up. I feel like for all of us, frustration, discouragement, lack of self-approval. Let's see, let's go some other ones. Sadness, we want to listen to these because it brings us into these positive emotions, inner peace, self-accepting. But I've been feeling sad this weekend. I was like, why am I sad? I don't even know why. Well, my emotions are out of balance for some reason. I think it might have been the full moon last night, but negatively impact rational thinking, left brain logical ability. Let's go down. And there, let's see, we have emotional disconnected and emotionally integrated. So let's see, I felt emotionally disconnected. I didn't know why I was sad. Possibly limited ability to experience and express emotions. I couldn't even express to my husband why I was sad. He was like, baby, why are you sad? I said, I don't even know. I just can't stop crying. So there's some to show you, and I want to play it for you so you can hear a little bit. So it uses actually Tesla's 369 technology, which helps synchronize the brain, and he's using the harmonics. So I'm going to play it. Hear it. And you can adjust these at the binaural beat. You can turn down so you can hear the buzzing. I'm not sure if you can hear it in this, but I just want to play it for you to hear. You can do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or continuous. Now, at night, I listen to these continuously. I play them through the night. I have a face mask that has headphones in them. And it literally, while I'm sleeping, it's bringing me to the most relaxed harmonic state I could ever think of being in. It really helps me get a deep rest, and I wake up rejuvenated. And then I listen to 5 minutes. If I have more time, I'll listen to 10 minutes as I'm waking up before I put my feet on the ground. This is my gift for my small stacked win for myself every single day. These are so powerful. And I just want to share that, it works for other people. I have a ton of testimonials. I'll just play 2 for you and see, so that way you can see how it works for other people, because everybody's results are different. I notice when I listen to these, I'm going to shut off this screen and put it back to me. I think. No, I'm not. Stop sharing. There we go. So you got to see how they work. But I want to share because for me, what happens is it helps me do something that I love to do, which is manifest. It helps me get my brain, right and left side, working cohesively together to allow my state of joy and my heart to emanate an electromagnetic field, which our heart does, and permeate my desires into the field to attract the desires of my heart. And I find when I don't listen to these, my day's a little off kilter. It's not as smooth. Things don't happen as much. I don't notice as many synchronicities. And I feel synchronicities are the magic of the reality we live in. This is how our normal state of being should be. However, when we're out of balance through stress, fear, grief, pain, shame, guilt. It brings down our vibration, and our vibration is the key to co-creating our reality. So I'm going to play one testimonial from my great friend Burke Hedges, and I want you to hear what happened to him.
Hello, my name is Burke Hedges from Clearwater, Florida. I want to share with you my experience with InnerVoice tones. About 3 weeks ago, I started adding these tones into my daily routine. On average, it was twice a day, sometimes more, sometimes less. I like to listen to them while I'm either praying or meditating as well. At first, I didn't notice much of a difference, but after about a week or so, I noticed things happening in my life, specifically with a family relationship and a financial situation, not to mention my overall peace of mind. You see, there was real turmoil with this relationship, but not long after listening to the tones, we somehow miraculously resolved our differences and harmony was fully restored. Then out of nowhere, a much needed financial blessing presented itself to me, which totally blew my mind. Truthfully, I can't explain it. It's just I've entered into this state of flow. I hope this helps.
So that's just one. And for him as well, for me, I find, and I wish I was in my office, because when I listen to these, the financial flow happens to me. Again, disclaimer, this isn't for everyone to happen, but when you're in a higher vibrational state, everything tends to work out for you. Everybody used to say, everything comes up, Kristen. I had a shooting star up my butt. And they were like, how does this happen to you? And it was because I was always in a higher vibrational state of finding that peace and joy within. And as within, so without. You attract like attracts like. So when you're feeling better, you notice your life falls into place and relationships get better. Like you said, you had a relationship situation. And this happens to a lot of people that listen to these tones. They may be having turmoil with a family member or, distance of some sort happening. It creates that connection. When we do the inner work, we're connected. We're all connected. I don't know if you've known that, but we're all connected. It's through our energetic biofield, our heart's vibration, our heart's beat. And we are able to do the work within, and actually other people change because of our changed vibration. We attract what we are vibrating at. And when we raise our vibration, other people start reacting to the vibration because our biofield is of a higher vibrational state. So that's just one person's experience. I want to play another one from a great my soul sister, Debbie. I absolutely love her. And I've known her for a while, and to watch her through these stages and then see how these helped her, it just melts my heart. And that's my purpose now, is to truly help people create those transformations in their lives, help remove the generational trauma, the patterns, the pain, whatever's going on that isn't getting their life in flow, because that is the key to get our vibrational state to that right point that life becomes in flow. So I'm going to play it for you real quick.
Hi, everybody. My name is Debbie Peltola-Salmons, and I'm really excited to be here with you today to share with you my experience working with Kristen Lee and the InnerVoice scans. It was approximately 2 years. It actually might be almost 3 years now that I was really struggling. I had been heavily involved in creating a company and a business for 3 years, really all in, and that company failed. And then I also had a large amount of money stolen from me in an investment, and I lost some money in an investment scam. So I was really, really struggling emotionally. And at the same time, I was moving from my house in the north and heading to the south more permanently. And I was really struggling with my emotions. I just felt overwhelmed. I couldn't identify. I couldn't figure out what I was feeling, what to do. I couldn't meditate. I couldn't seem to do anything. And I was so blessed that my dear friend Kristen said, let's try out this InnerVoice scan for you. And she said, just send me a couple of messages and I'm going to send you something back. So I did that. I sent her a voice clip and she emailed me back an entire document and some harmonic sounds to listen to. I had no idea what this was supposed to do. I didn't know what it would do. I just trusted, and I laid down and I put my earbuds in and I listened to that voice scan. And I can only say that emotions that I didn't know were in there just came bubbling out. And the experience was amazing and intense and so wonderful. So I've been continually working with Kristen with these voice scans. And anytime I kind of notice that I'm feeling out of sorts, I listen to them. And they're absolutely amazing. And the truth is, I want to get more regular and use them on a regular daily basis. But I encourage you, if you have any interest or you just want to try something different, this is an absolutely non-invasive, relaxing, wonderful, wonderful journey and tool to try. So I highly, highly, highly recommend giving it a shot. Try these voice scans. You'll be amazed.
So there's another beautiful soul who is able to experience something different, help pull up emotions that were stuck in her nervous system that she wasn't even aware of. And when we do that, we actually are healing inside our body, because where there is dis-ease, that's what creates disease. And we don't want disease growing in our body. We want to be in flow. And when you heal that trauma that's stuck in your nervous system, and you don't have to do talk therapy, and you don't have to take a prescription pill to feel better, that's my mission, is helping more people get to know thyself and heal within using holistic modalities, not having to go out there and do things that they honestly don't want to do. I found, talk therapy as a child was not fun. You just keep replaying that story over and over in your head, and it never gets cleared. Well, I found using InnerVoice Harmonics, it helps me get to that state of vibration internally that I can process things going on. And again, this is not a replacement, all right? I am not a doctor. This is just my own personal results of how I find it brings me more peace and harmony. So if any of you watching are interested in more information, just type "I'm ready" in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, you can email me at superk@itstimeforsuccess and ask for more information. These are so powerful, and you can either do them on your own and get the software, or you can try them out first and experience it, so that way you can see the change before you jump in. It is so powerful. It's such a beautiful technology that we all can have access to. Imagine doing it for your kids. I do it for my kids when they're feeling emotional or stressed or just, chaotic brain from technology or whatever. I do theirs, and they listen to them and they fall asleep to them. And it's so beautiful because it helps them calibrate themselves before it becomes an issue. So I hope this brought you some insight. Remember, stack small wins. This is one small win that I do before I put my feet on the ground, before I even make my bed. So before I get out of bed and I make the bed, before I walk out of my room, I have 2 small wins for the day, and I want to be able to offer this to others. So if you're ready, type "I'm ready." And I hope that I'm able to inspire others to stack small wins, do something for you. Self-care is so important. It's not selfish. All right, beautiful souls, I'll catch you later. I hope